Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. We're going to give everyone a couple seconds, just like we always do. I realized at the last minute I didn't post an event on our Rising Phoenix Angels group. And yes, today I also posted it here. So thank you for being here. And I apologize for the late response or announcement of this channel. All right. Here, so thank you for being here, and I apologize. Okay, there we go. We got you, you all joining now. It's exciting I am excited to be here and finishing up the story for Cleopatra. And in case you don't know who I am Aurora, and I am a clear channel as well as a quantum alchemist. I practice aura, which is angelic universal regression alchemy, hypnosis healing technique. And we have a team of also aura practitioners out there. We have about 25 right now, about 20 certified. Thank you for being here. And you can find me in risingphoenixaurora.com. If you haven't watched the first part of Cleopatra's channel, you definitely want to go back and watch this before you watch this one. Beautiful information she shared about her life then, and also some wisdom that has been lost and some clarifications for others as well. And if you didn't get a chance to write your questions for last week, you could definitely write them now on the live. So I'd love to be able to answer your questions. The second part of this isn't too much of her telling her story. Basically, we're going to conclude it for you all. And then from there, please feel free to ask any questions into what she's sharing. And then we have Minnie, beautiful Minnie in chat, and she's answering your questions as well as, supervising it, as sometimes we know there's some people that go on there trying to spam or distract from the actual channel. And she'll be on there. And then we have Lily here asking questions. You want to say hi, Lily?
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for being here. You look beautiful as always. All right. So yes, you can find me on risingphoenixaurora.com. And one more announcement before we get going. We have a mentorship starting up next month. It is in case you missed the last 6 months where we had the Isis High Priestess mentorship, you can go ahead and sign up for that next month. So next month, April, we are going to start that 6-month mentorship again. And I have it priced at a very low price again because I want it available for as many people as possibly can sign up with it. But then it also understanding that it is jam-packed with beautiful information, alchemy, symbols, sacred ancient knowledge that has been long forgotten. And keep an eye out. I have a testimonial coming out from several priestesses that did it. This is their last month that did the mentorship. I will be making a video sharing their experiences and what it was like for them at the beginning and what it is now. And it is truly transcending to see the beautiful stories that they shared. So yes, by the end of next week, hopefully we can have that up for you all, and you can check it out, see what their testimonials are about, and see if you are interested in signing up under Patreon, Rising Phoenix Aurora under Patreon. Very good. And that is pretty much all I have for announcements. And now I'm going to go ahead and start placing myself in the energetic force fields as we teach you all how to do, as the Raw Collective has taught me to do since I was really younger, but definitely when I started being very conscious on it was in my 20s, in my late 20s or early 30s, working with these energies. Yes. And basically, I work with love light, emanating the love light. So if you haven't watched the Jesus Yeshua channelings that we did, and it really starts off kind of like the way they did it is Atlantis started it off, and then from Atlantis, then they went to Mother Mary, where she told the story that the Essenes were basically descendants of the Atlanteans. And then from Mother Mary, she introduced then Yeshua. Oh, that is a beautiful sequence. It is just really beautiful on the soul, a lot of remembrance and a lot of soul connection, a lot of teachings to help you. This is why we do this, is to help you as an individual, to help the collective. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and start placing myself in the theta brainwave now by my deep breaths. We have a good amount watching now. Okay. And again, if you're just joining us now, it should be a short conclusion of the Cleopatra story, even though there's so much for her to share, but we have to squeeze this into 1 hour. And then, lovely. Yes. And then hope you guys are enjoying the fire. It's so beautiful, isn't it? And Lily will be asking the questions for you all. So ask your questions there. You can either ask questions about, something from the channel, or something that you want to know about Egypt, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start now. Welcome, greetings. Thank you for being here. I am Cleopatra, and I am joyed and honored to be here with you once more. In conclusion to my story, and even grander than that, for it is not just of me, and I share a piece of me with you, not for the purposes of just my individual story. It is for the purpose of bringing forth clearness and removing that fog, aiding in removing that fog of this time period. For much has been changed within your histories of this, being taught to yourself, to your children, to your grandchildren. And I resume back to when we last dropped off, where we last took a break from. And there I stood, waiting for him, my beloved, crossing the Nile River. He was arriving with his men. So beautiful he looked. Coming off, walking off the ship with his men, illuminating strength and confidence. And authority. As he walked towards me, as we said prior, I could feel and sense I had already been told about the plan that he was to come and by Octavius, by Augustus, figure out our secrets as much as he could, and that way when they could come back, after he came back to their kingdom, that they would figure out how to get hold of our goods and our secrets, for they were controlled by the negative forces in the back end. They were controlled very much like puppets. Not over here. We had broken that cycle in Egypt. We had started to lift this community's veil over their eyes. We had removed the council members that were being controlled by this darkness of power and the negativity within the ego of wanting more and more and more, jealousy and power and reign over others. They did not like did not like how I treated others as equals. And they were afraid. Truly, they were afraid of the spreading to their kingdom. And through the visits that I had there to their kingdom, in the Roman Empire, they were noticing some of the shifts in the females. They were wanting to be more empowered like that. What I illuminated, what I expelled as an activator, catalyst within their nation. They were afraid of these women starting to wake up. They wanted to put an end to my reign and to this awakening, for we're awakening in that time and space as well, just like we were awakening in Atlantis, in Greece, leading groups, awakening them. We were that group here in this land that had the connection to the key, the eye of Horus, the key of the law of cause and effect, where our brother Azrael is connected to. Yes, back to the story. The minute he laid his eyes on my eyes, there was a difference. There was a connection he felt, like a remembrance. That soul remembrance when you meet your twin flame and you activate one another. However, I still with my guard up, for I knew what it was like to see many rulers throughout time trying to charm me, and I will try to make it short, for there's a lot of detail to this. As time passed, as the days passed, he started to see me for who I really truly was. Not the lies that were told to him through Octavius and the ones who, the religion that were trying to run the cabal, that were trying to control them. And he had energies with him, entities with him that they had inserted into him. Throughout the days, I kept energetically working with him and removing and clearing and balancing these energies with him, with the higher self permission, of course, of his, working with his energies there. Just being in the presence that I emanated, the confidence and the strength of the heavens and the earth, the bridge, was transcending him, and not only transcending him, but also transcending his soldiers. They started seeing the beauty, the removing of, again, the darkness, the cloudiness, the beauty of our civilization, and they started seeing in the comparison of what it was like to be in the Roman times and how controlled they were, and told what to do, and how it was in our civilization, how open we were and happy we were, joyed we were to be and honor ourselves in a sacred manner. And days were meant to be passed into weeks, And weeks passed into time, into months, and I can sense Augustus Octavius being worried. See, behind the scenes, they did not share then is that they had dark sorcerers, dark magic, that they work with black magic, harmful magic that kept their agenda and the people there in their land shut off, similar to how you are experiencing now, though there is a great awakening occurring within the divine feminine, aiding the masculine. And even then, so there are beautiful divine masculine awakening the divine feminine too as well. So this was very closed off in this time. And there was dark forces keeping it like this. Dark technologies, infiltrated crystals that had been infringed upon, harnessing some dark matter. And they had, in your time and space, I can explain dark sorcerers keeping this frequency down and then emanating through invisible towers to the eye, keeping them down. So their sorcerer started telling them that I was a practicing dark magic controlling Mark Antony. See, Octavius, Mark Antony was his closest to him, thought that he was one of his most powerful and very much like a leader, but also a man that would follow instructions. Very brainwashed program within the civilization of the Romans. They did not see it coming. But with this time and space, they started propaganda, sharing information that I was a dark witch of sorts, and I practiced. And I had not only him under my dark spells, but also the civilization of Egypt, and we were practicing dark sorcery when in actuality they in the background were keeping them controlled. So clouding their mind, keeping them controlled and then also activating fear within them so that they wouldn't uncover and stopping that awakening within them of their gifts, of embracing some of the divine feminine, keeping them controlled and locked in a box. So they started doing like they do in cycles when we are awakening humanity. Playing their role, we playing their role. Our role, we playing our role. And through all times, he did not leave. Mark Antony stayed with me as well as the soldiers stayed. They fell in love with Egyptian females, found homes here, found a great resonance within their souls, started remembering who they were as a divine spirit that they were. They started learning with us, learning our classes, learning some of our teachings, similar to when in the Essenes, they would take people in who were ready. So we took them in. Along the way, We binded of souls, Mark Antony and I, and we stayed together. They continued controlling their civilization and sending negative psychic type of energies centered over to us by using the collective sphere, sending it over to us. However, we were strong in our energies, strong in our force fields, using them to keep our civilization within the strong clusters of crystals that we were in communication with the inner earth, creating grids, crystal grids of sorts, of force fields around, and not allowing for these energies to harm our civilization. From there, time passed, and we had a beautiful set of twins, one set of twins, a boy and a girl, and then we had another boy as well. And I like to correct myself. It was a set of 2 girls. Beautiful fractalization of the divine energies. And the 4th child I had conceived was a divine masculine. Beautiful they are. Beautiful little star seeds. Beautiful little Elohim incarnated into those vessels. And throughout time, they grew and grew. And we grew strongly within our civilization. And we knew, as I was a seer and I could see into the future, we knew that there was a soul contract, a agreement that we had, that I was going to be the last pharaoh upon this plane. And there was going to come a time where the Romans were going to overpower us with their weapons and control and power. They did not know that I was in the communications with the inner earth. And there was tunnels, just like there is tunnels now that you have found below the temples and below the pyramids. And we were in communication with the inner earth, allowing for the role that we were meant to play. However, still maintaining our communication here at the top of the earth, at the surface of the earth. And they knew that there was going to be a time where we would need their aid. So the day came that they evaded us. We held strong. We held strong. And it was the temple of Isis, where we had a plan, and there was one trustee of mine that I held dearly, that I knew that I had seen into his timeline, and I knew that he would not betray betray me and my children and my family. We were prepared, but yet not prepared. How can you prepare for this? And they invaded our kingdom, and my beloved insisted that he would stand forth and stay behind with his soldiers, and they would hold with great honor our kingdom and try to save as many as they could, though this was a contract of our civilization. He would not run. He would stand forth with his brothers and sisters. And in this time, I had seen that I was to go back to the ancient people of our earth. And we had a tunnel that we escaped from within Isis temple. There was a tunnel. And I remember hiding here. And though there was time, but yet not time enough, I remember hiding there with my children and waiting and knowing that I was safe, that they would not know of this tunnel, not know how it was under here, the Romans. And there they invaded our civilization. And what we all loved so much was taken over. My beloved died in honor. And those who were allowed to be they killed whoever was too strong and whoever would say resist them. But I had prepared the people within the closest to me. I could not share this with the civilization, but I could share it to those people who closest to me, that this time would come. I asked them to blend in, to not resist when the time came that our people, our council, our priestesses, our students, and there little by little, as I traveled with my children down with my sacred book, I had one book with me. One book with me that had been channeled through me from Isis, through my past incarnation. That had information from the universe, from the galactic information, from the Elohim, from the elders, and how the earth worked and how her energies work within, and what was the plan to come to help us ascend, to see, for this was part of the plan to help you within your time and space as a collective. And we traveled into the inner earth, and there they awaited for us. Such beauty. And I brought to them once more information, like the elixir, the Isis elixir that they take. This was information that I brought forth to them from the Cleopatra. Some of their sacred teachings and their rituals, their ceremonies, and how they work telepathically with alchemy and energies was brought forth from the teachings that I had been channeled to from Egypt, working with my brothers within the 13 keys of the earth and the omniverse. And the different races that work with us. Though in my time and space, we weren't openly as we were when Isis had different races with her. And perhaps she will channel in the future and explain that for you. And there we lived, and we were able to live a lot longer for the frequencies, the vibrations inside the inner earth, where in a higher type of high fourth dimension. Beautiful years we spent there. And our children, my beautiful beloveds, stubborn he was. But I honored his path just as he honored mine. And they found families there in the inner earth, and their connections grew there. And we, to this day, have traces of our families in the inner earth of the Cleopatra. Bloodline. And it's beautiful to see how they still practice and know about energies and know about working with entities, how to shift Mother Earth and know this wisdom and how connected they are. And here, several hundred years I lived here till the time came that it was time for me to ascend. It was time when this happened. My essence, with the combination of me being the Divine Mother and the Isis energy and all the beautiful Divine Mother energies that are created from the Divine Mother. I fractalized. I became very much like Jesus Yeshua, how he is in a essence, a piece of him is within the hearts of earth of Gaia. I became like a crystalline body that splintered is not splintered, but broke off, but in a manner of agreement where I would enter the collective consciousness of the people here. And some of you even still carry this bloodline throughout existence, and many of you, at least 9%, 9 to 11 to 13% of you carry a fractal of I as Cleopatra, and carry the Isis energy and the Divine Mother energies. Carry fractals, however, there's many essences spread throughout the earth, even higher of a percentage. And if you can imagine, like my consciousness became when I left my vessel, a diamond, a crystalline diamond, and then that is faceted, and when it shatters, it created pieces of me everywhere. And I shattered into Mother Earth, and I became part of Mother Earth, part of the inner earth, part of the plants, part of the life. And this was a plan for the earth shifting to come forth. The divine feminine's energy needs to rise. And why you've been oppressed for so long, because they knew of this. They knew once the divine feminine rose that no longer could they hold this control programming on you. So part of the ascension, this is what we had agreed upon as a collective, to help you lead you into the path of ascension. That's why many of you will have a resonance with Isis, Cleopatra, Nefertiti, different energies within you. And this is why you carry it, because when the time comes of the shifting of the solar flares and the great awakening, an ascension upon Gaia, and where she will lift her vibration and lift her frequency, then you all who carry the beautiful divine feminine energies will be aiding in a collective shifting this golden era, this golden wave, this transmutation, the phoenix fire energies transmuting, shifting, lifting the collective into the 5th dimension, into the 5th dimension. And here we await in the inner earth, for the portal is here within the heart of Gaia, the heart of us, the divine mothers. Here we await for you to connect into the 5D, where you know that love is infinite and there is no judgment, there is no hatred, no ego, no control. There is only love and the great joys of balance and peace. The portal, find that portal within you, as we have channeled through other beautiful beings, as Dolores Cannon, the inner earth. Beautiful. Though there are several she'd like me to add within the inner earth that hold this essence, that are aiding deeply within and not within the outer, within the surface, as you are. You're beautiful, beautiful, divine feminine you are. Oh, if there's one thing that you can take forth from my channeling, is to remember how beautiful you are, how empowered you are, how sexy you are. Walk with strength. You are. Feel it in your heart as I speak. You are unstoppable. You are a beautiful fractalization of the Divine Mother. You are a beautiful divine specimen. Remember who you are. And I speak to the divine masculine as always as well. Remember who you are. And we remind you that these tests that we've given you, as far as meditating on 111, the 13th hour of your time and space, really is helping the shifting on earth. Remember to send love to the earth in this time. And we are asking in this time and space to work on the children. Send love to the children who are tied up within your systems that are so corrupt. Send love to them. Feel, imagine, use your imagination where you're connecting to every soul on earth, and you are sending the love to them, the beautiful little souls. And you're sending light love to them from your infinite heart space here, as Yeshua taught. And you're helping their light get brighter, helping them feel not so alone in this plane. Remember to heal the water as it rains. Envision the symbols, the geometric symbols, the alchemy symbols that align with you within every raindrop, and every raindrop being a reflection of you. Continue with this work. It is very significant for this positive timeline. Please. Thank you for allowing this story. And I hope that you enjoyed it and you found much love and resonance and remembrance of even one piece of it in your soul. Thank you. You may presume with your questions, please.
Thank you. There are many stories of your beauty and your self-care regimens. Mm-hmm. Did you have any rituals for beauty and self-care that were energetic in nature that can assist us today?
Thank you. I love this question. I taught the focus that I had was with us, as I taught that we have a physical vessel. Now, within this physical vessel, though the outside is not what makes us, however, I knew that this was the beginning of teaching you in this time and space, and in then. I will speak of the now. To find the beauty within the heart, at times you need to start first with the outer shell, right? For you are encased in a cocoon of sorts. By the time you reach your awakening and start shifting, you realize, oh, I have a lot of yuckiness that needs to be healed, transmuted, and cleansed. Starts with the layers of your auric field and then going to the inner words of your energetic body that is connected to your crystalline body and your energy body there. But in order to get there, first you must get past the bridge, the one that connects, because you are a vessel, a physical vessel, though it is an illusion within your system, matrix system, which is, and I talk about the matrix system in a positive manner, the positive side of it. So started off with loving yourself, and it starts off first with loving your vessel. What is it that you love of it? Do you love your hair? Look deeper within you, fall in love with you. That is something that I emanated. I loved myself, and not in a manner where you would call it conceited or thought the world revolved around me. Not in that manner. In a manner where I knew that I was beautiful, both all parts of me, no matter how much, for example, the Romans said that I was controlling the humanity or controlling the energies with my witchery. I knew who I was, and there was no one that was going to tell me who I was. No one that I was going to allow to infringe upon me. Therefore, I saw that if I taught others, I can teach them how to cleanse their bodies, how to use the elements, the minerals within our earth, the herbs, the crystals. I will say briefly because there's much to this. Using the elements around you, just as I was a master of the elements and a master of the elementals, the beautiful, divine, magical creatures working with us in that time and space. And even working now, they're trying to help you remember. There's many of you experiencing a remembrance of the dragons and are realizing, what they said is not accurate. They are not the devil. They are not the evil. Though everything is not one way, however, the majority of this race is all beautiful, divine beings that they are. And I taught ways to work with creating your own, say, oils, your own lotions, your own waters, working with the water, healing the water. This river now is so tainted. It's so sacred, the Nile River, but yet it's so tainted now. It's been purposely tainted. We knew how to heal the water. If you live near this water, or if you can bilocate or astral travel to this water, we ask that you start healing, for there is a great ley line connected to this water that acquires healing now, that is connected to your pineal glands and third eyes. And this will be a great shifting upon earth if you connect to this. Work with symbolism that aligns with you. Work with a symbol like the Metatron cubic star that has many geometric symbols within it. It is a symbol of life, of creation. Place that in the rainwater, place that in the Nile River water. Place that in your lands. What aligns and connects with you? Work with the breath within you of the fire. As you exhale, be that dragon, be that serpentine. Using your fire breath to transmute the air, the water, the plants that need healing, the animals, the life around you, the entities stuck within your plane. Use your breath. Remember your breath. The power of the breath. And I knew that if I taught you to love your vessel, love your shell that you were in, that you would learn how to love the different parts of you within you, and it would help you transcend. Yes. So we took much self-care when we woke. We set As we woke, we set our force fields, we did our forms of, you would be similar to your Tai Chi in your time and space, your yoga. As we woke, we set ourselves energetically. We woke up our bodies. For when our mind wakes up, our mind is ready, right? It's going. And now your vessel feels like, oh, it's a little heavy, and it needs to now connect to the mind, the pineal gland that's going, the spirit that's going, needs to connect. So by doing these practices in different types of forms, and forms that you can just create with your own body movement and energy, and oils and herbs and candle magic, you can align yourself and start loving yourself and growing within yourself. Using the tools around you, these beautiful tools have been given to you for a reason. They're birthed from earth. Use them. Trust yourself. Speak to yourself. Speak to your soul. Trust your inner knowing. For this is when we connect to you from the inner earth, where we connect from you, from the divine, from the galactic confederation, from the raw soul family. This is where you connect to us. When you silence and you find more of a unison within your vessel and your spirit. And by taking care of yourself in this manner, no more excuses. I have no time for this. Wake up a little early. When you draw in these energies, as we channeled from the sun before, what the source energy is source energy is the sun. Recharge yourself. Sun gaze. Draw in that energy within the toroidal sphere, as we've taught. Put all these beautiful pieces together of who you are. You will grow rapidly, beautifully, and balanced. You will start seeing that your higher self is not separate from you, like the God source energy that you've been taught that is separate from you. You are God source. You are the higher self. You are the embodiment of the beauty of you. Yes, I continued. Isis invented makeup, and I continued it on here. Why not? We are a beautiful blank canvas. So beautiful we are. Why not use makeup in a form of painting, enhancing our beauty like a beautiful canvas? Thank you.
Thank you. It has been 1 hour as instructed. Do we have time to continue, or do we need to end the channeling?
One more question, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
In regards to the function of the pyramids, has its role changed from what it was originally to what role it is playing today? Or any insights you can give us concerning its role? I know it's a very loaded question, but anything at all?
It's a very good question. There's much I cannot share upon this. However, I will share what I can within your time and space. If you could imagine a crystal grid, as you've learned to, some of you who use crystal grids, and there is a focus point at the center, where it is your generator that generates to this crystal here, and this energy here and here, and going everywhere. And it creates a beautiful circulation, like Tesla talked about how energy is and how we connect to oneself in a molecule point of view, and an energetic point of view. You could envision the pyramids like they are though they are coming more into alignment, as with all of you working within yourselves and the many of you who are working within the pyramids now and their energies, they're coming now into more of an alignment once more. However, they're not at their prime as they were originally. It is beautiful to see its progress. And as these they are a focus point, they are a generator of the grid lines that are connected to your galactic universe construct. So they are like a webbing of that, and the pyramid is a focus point to that of the earth and maintaining its balance. Does that make sense? They are like a great big crystal, a cluster of crystals that are helping maintain the construct of you, and helping maintain the the dimension that you are in. They are beautiful. You can find portals and gateways here through meditation and dream time that help you connect to the soul, the divine soul that you truly are. That is all I can say on that subject. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for being part of this journey of ascension. We are so proud of you, our beautiful children. Remember to love yourself and be proud of you. Don't focus much on what you not have. Focus on what you have and the beauties around you. For when you focus on the beauties around you, then that brings you forth more beauties and perhaps some of what you wish to acquire that you do not have. Focus on the love and the beauties around you. And most importantly, focus on you and your beautiful soul. Ah, lovely, infinitely beautiful you are. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and sharing whom I am. And we look forward to future channelings and sharing through other benevolent beings in the great awakening of Gaia. I love you, I honor you, I thank you, and I respect you, beautiful, beautiful spirits. Oh, that was so beautiful. Feeling so dizzy. Whew. Oh, I'm trying to ground. I look forward to to hearing this once more, as it brings great joy for me. I hope that you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. Whew, everything's spinning. I need to go get some food. I love you all so much. And, I'm so excited to be sharing this with you all. These channelings. May it help you lift veils and walls that have been created upon your soul. May it continue aiding you as individuals, as part of the collective. I love you, and thank you, Lily, for being here and with the questions, and thank you, Minnie, as well. We will save these questions, and since they are part Cleopatra is part of Isis. And we will save them perhaps in the future when I channel Isis. Thank you so much. It has been beautiful to be here with you. I love you. I honor you. I thank you and I respect you. And please subscribe if you haven't. Please thumbs up. Please share. Share these beautiful teachings. Share them. Even if it's bits and bits of pieces that you resonate with. That is all that matters. For even if it's just that one piece of light ignites the others. Thank you. I love you. I honor you. And I thank you and I respect you. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend.